how's it going, guys? So we are here in Fire and Dice. I am with
Sean Pluto.
and we're doing a deck profile on his winning deck that he used at Glendale, which was
I used Gardevoir GX.
awesome. And how comfortable do you feel with Gardevoir?
I had never played it before.
Never.
No,
So
I hate this deck.
You passionately hate this
I
deck.
hate Gardevoir. I refused to play it in the first quarter when it was the best deck in the format. I regret that decision because I did not get any points in the first quarter.
But now you got a top 8 at San Diego,
Yeah.
and then you ended up winning a tournament the next day
Yeah.
with the deck that you hate the most.
Yes. My hatred was replaced with Lucario, so now it's okay for me to play this deck.
All right, cool, perfect. Well, let's get into the deck profile and see exactly what you were running.
First, the Gardevoir line is pretty standard. You got 4 Ralts, 2 Curlia, 3 Guardy, and 2 Gallade. The first day, the Saturday that I played in San Diego, I only had 1 Gallade, and it was swapped for a Tina promo. But the second day, there was a lot less Greninja and a lot more Zoroark at the Glendale tournament, so I switched out for 2 Gallade. Helped out a lot.
So you scoped out the field and noticed there wasn't that much Greninja.
Yeah.
And made the optimal choice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Actually, I lied. There was the same amount of Greninja players, but on Saturday there was a winning Greninja.
Ah.
And on Sunday I wasn't afraid of it. And there was 5 rounds, there were like 12 people, so as long as I avoided the Greninja player, then everything was fine.
Nice. And you did, right?
Yeah, I never played him.
Cool. All right.
So yeah, that's it for the Guardy line, and then we have 2/2 Octillery. I really like the thicker line of Octillery. Getting 2 out, I don't think I ever lost a game where I had both Octillery out. It's just almost impossible with Secret Springs and then Ultra Balls and then Abyssal Hand and then a Premonition and then another Abyssal Hand. It's just
Busted.
absolutely broken, and I love that I can prize 2 and still have the option to find him. Yeah, so I definitely wouldn't change this at all. I'd keep this forever.
Nice.
And then the tech was just a 1 Mewtwo, just because Buzzwall's insane right now. Guardy does an okay job against Buzzwall anyway, but if they end up being able to like have 2 strong energy on a Buzzwall and they blow you up, this is a nice kind of little rebuttal.
Kind of counterattack.
It's also very good against Glaceon early game. You can just put it up, as you'll see in my top 4 match, you can just put it up in the beginning of the game and threaten Glaceons very easily. So yeah, one Mewtwo. And then we just had 2 Tapu Lele, pretty standard. I wish I could fit 3 because I'm used to playing 3. But we can only fit 2, so yeah, just opted for 2 Lele. And that's it for Pokemon.
But 2 works, right?
Yeah, 2's fine. 2 Lele, 2 Bridget seems to be pretty good.
Where you want to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Supporters had 4 Cynthia, 3 N, 3 Guzma, 2 Sycamore, 2 Bridget. This is great. I would not change this. I know a couple people suggested switching a Cynthia for a 4th N, but I just really love the early Cynthias over like late game having more Ns. I really didn't feel like I needed to end my opponent that much simply because
They would end you.
yeah, they end me and I'm always ahead anyway. Like it just feels like I have enough resources on board to where I really don't need to worry about what's in their hand because I already have probably 2 Guardies or a Gallade. If I have my 2 Octilleries, I really don't care what's in their hand. Like I can probably respond. 3 Guzma. Thinking about going down to 2, I rarely needed to Guzma. I usually just blew up whatever was in the active.
Whatever's in your way.
Yeah, Sycamore was just like a nice, just in case. I didn't want to have to Sycamore most of the time, but having 2 in the deck, like if I needed to find a Rare Candy Guardy and be really aggressive about it was nice to have. But it's kind of weird. I would love, like I said, I think I would cut a Guzma for a 2nd Super Rod, and that would make the Sycamores more viable. And then 2 Bridget, I hardly ever whiffed it. Like I said, 2 Bridget, 2 Lele seem to work out pretty well.
Nice.
Yeah. Some of the items, 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Rare Candy. There's really no reason to talk about that. If you don't run that, you're bad. 2 Choice Band was enough. Guardy hits pretty big numbers anyway. Gallade knocks out Zoroark without needing it. So Choice Band's really there for like Mewtwo for Buzzwall, and the Guardy Mirror, it helps a lot. 2 Max Potion. Really wish I could fit 3. That's what I was considering cutting the Giratina for, but I chose the 2nd Gallade instead. The 2 Max Potion's good. I think 4 Max Potion, your deck becomes way too clunky, and you have to cut the Octillery line down, and that's where like Broken Vor kind of comes in. But I don't like it. I prefer just having 2 Max Potion. I can Twilight them back in. So, and then in the next set, I can Diantha them back. So, there's a lot of good options. And then 2 Field Blower, because Parallel's everywhere, and I hate that card. And people have choice bands, and that's scary. And I don't like that, so 2 Field Blower.
Did you consider running Evo Sodas? I know you're running the 4 rare candies.
I really wanted to be able to fit them, but it just didn't feel like I had enough room. I would like it just because I can get the Octillery easier, but I don't know, after running it for 2 days out of the weekend, I really didn't brick at all. Like I
predicted?
Yeah, I had 1 game, I think, out of the maybe 20 games I played this weekend where I didn't get Pokemon. So like I feel like the deck's fine without it.
Cool.
And then 1 Floatstone, 1 Super Rod. Like I said, I would switch a Guzma for a second Super Rod just because it's super amazing to be able to get them back in the deck, get the Fairy Energies mostly back in the deck. Can be cool to reuse the Mewtwo. You don't play Rescue Stretcher, so your Pokemon are gone once they're gone, unless you Twilight them. But a lot of games you don't have time to Twilight.
Right. And
Floatstone just for mobility. 1's fine, because usually whatever you want to have in the active is in the active. It's like rare that they are able to Guzma stall you because you can just Secret Spring. So
get out of
yeah,
it.
you can just get out of the situation by Secret Springing. But 1 Floatstone's nice, so you don't have to waste all your energy just retreating.
Nice.
And then 1 Parallel, just because other people play it and I want to play it first, so I don't have to deal with their nonsense. Parallel doesn't hurt you too bad though, as long as you
have an Octillery up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and a
Octillery
Gallade.
and a Gallade, you should be fine.
Yeah.
And then energy count is just 4 DCE, 7 Fairy. A lot of decks were playing 8 Fairy, but it's back from like Mega Mewtwo days. I played 7 Psychic Energy, so I was just very used to this count. Pretty much every deck I've ever played with a lot of basics, I've always done 7-4 split. So yeah, that's energy count.
Cool.
I wish I could fit Super Boost Energy. There were a couple of games where actually Super Boost Energy would have been really cool.
Alright, so that's the list right there, guys. Alright guys, so that was the 60 that he ran this weekend. So I know that we didn't get footage from San Diego, but let's talk about San Diego. How did you go into San Diego with Gardevoir?
I really went into it because my friends did really well with Gardevoir 2 weeks prior, and I watched some of his matches, and it just seemed like the matchup spreads were pretty good. You only really lost to Metal and Greninja if you don't tech in the promo. So I really needed the points for the last 2, so I just figured I'd just give myself the best chance and play a deck that seems to be doing really well. Travis also top 4'd with it, or top 8'd with it, so just thought it was really good, and got the job done. I played the Greninja, had the Tina promo, so that went fine. I played like a Zoroark or 2, I played a Zoroark or Voter, so I was able to just Twilight. Like, the deck can just handle anything you throw at it as long as it's not Metal. Like, if it's not a Metal deck and you set up, you're probably going to win, and having the 2-2 Octillery line, I set up every game. So,
nice.
Yeah.
What was one of your hardest matches of Saturday?
Saturday, the hardest match was when I was in top 8. It was the first time I didn't go first, which was kind of ridiculous that I went first for like 5 rounds before that. But I didn't go first. It was against Espeon Garboder, and I had never played the matchup, and I had never played Espeon Garb back in the day either. I played like Tauros Garb when Garb first came out, and then I played Zoro Garb. But I figured as long as I Twilighted at the right time, like everything would be fine. He won game 1 I won game 1 just because he didn't set up, and then game 2 he donked me, and then game 3 I was up 2 prizes to 5, and I should have had it. I did something silly and aggressive, and he ended me to 2, and ability locked and trash lynched over and over, and I just never drew another playable card for like 7 turns. I just watched him trash a Lynch over and over and over.
Just trash a Lynch over.
Yeah, I just didn't have energy on board. Like, I didn't have anything. So he just killed 2 Guardies and then killed my Octillery, and that was game. So he played it very well. He actually used to play Guardy, so yeah.
Nice. All right. So now going into Sunday, what was one of your hardest matches of Sunday?
Sunday, top 4 was probably the hardest match. I played the guy the last round of Swiss, and I played it out specifically to knock him out of top 4 because I didn't want to play him in top cut. It was a cut to top 4.
And you ended up playing
him. And then
I
played it. I was 1st seed, and he was 4th seed. So me playing him actually made me play him again immediately. But Glaceon's just scary if they go first, and he went first and did Glaceon things, and it was really scary. But somehow, like, managed to bring that back from the depths. I don't know, it's recorded, so you guys can watch it the next day or something like that on this same channel. But yeah, that match was really fun, but it was really scary. I was very stressed. And then the first round, I played my friend, and he almost donked me in Swiss, and that would have been a really bad start to the day.
Right.
He ended me after I drew past because he needed to find like a way to donk me, and he didn't find it, and I ended up just like
steamrolling him.
He'd end me into the most godlike Gardevoir hand I've ever seen in my life. So, yeah, I came back and won that. And then after that, I really never felt like I was going to lose ever until top 4. And then finals was a breeze, too. I just drew better than my opponent. So.
Nice. All right. Well, do you have any tournaments that you're going to in the next couple weeks?
Yeah,
any regionals?
I'm going to Virginia regionals. I just found out I'm going. I leave tomorrow, and I'm going to be in North Carolina for a week and a half with no play test partners. So PTCGO is going to be real clutch. I don't know what to play because I haven't played Expanded since Costa Mesa. Forbidden Light's legal, so that's scary. Probably play Gardevoir.
I was going to ask you, are you going to stick with Gardevoir going into Virginia, or are you going to play something else?
Yeah, Travis just played Guardy, and he got top 4 at Salt Lake City Regionals, and I was talking to him about it, and he says that Guardy is still well-positioned and expanded. I like his list a lot. I love the Karina. Being able to Karina for Gallade and Rare Candy is dumb
it's
and expanded.
broken.
Like, that's so good. So I feel like Guardy's at the top right now, but I also really like Max's Archies, so I'm going to bring that, and I'm going to bring Buzzwall because B-String is broken as well. So basically just bringing 3 decks that I think are a good call, and
gonna make a decision.
Yeah, make a decision.
Maybe the day.
Probably an hour beforehand.
God.
Like that. That's how it usually goes. But I just need points, so I'll probably just, whatever one comes out to be the most consistent for me, I'll probably play that, which will most likely end up being Gardevoir.
Nice. All right. Cool. Sean Pluto, it was a pleasure to have you on the channel. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you for filming PokemonHero.
That's what I do. But yeah, guys, with that said, I'm gonna wrap it up for this video. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video for anybody that wants to see a really good Gardevoir build. But yeah, with that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.